The survey hits on some touchy topics like who manages money in a relationship and who spends the most. Joining us with the results and tips for couples, Liz Diziel, money management coach and senior vice president at U.S. Bank. Good morning, Liz.
Good morning, JJ. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about this survey. What did it reveal about the way that couples deal with their finances?
Well, no surprise here, but money is a source of tension in 7 out of 10 relationships.
Ooh.
And our survey showed that 3/4 of people would rather talk about anything than talk about money. So people would rather talk about, should we get married, should we have kids, should we move in together, any of that over talking about money. So they are avoiding it like the plague, and we think that's why it's leading to so much stress. But it really doesn't have to be that stressful. And you know, you got to just start early, keep it casual, make it a frequent topic of conversation in your relationship, and that is the best way to avoid it becoming problematic.
I hear you. Yeah, it's sort of one of those topics that it's like we must talk about it, but we really don't want to. Any other advice for how do we make talking about money normal, even, dare I say, enjoyable?
Yeah, you know, I think, well, first things first, don't do it when somebody had a bad day at work. Don't do it when the kids will interrupt you every couple words that come out of your mouth. So, you know, pick your time and place. Maybe you set it up as a monthly, you know, every month on the 25th of the month, we're going to update our numbers on a spreadsheet and we're going to talk about how we're doing. Or maybe just when a major purchase comes up, you say, how does this fit in with our goals? So our survey showed that 40% of people have only a vague idea what their budget is. And so this just shows how much people are winging it when it comes to finances, and it's probably not doing so well for them, because then you end up off track. But good news, we do have a piece of good news here. 54% of couples are managing their finances together as a team. And so the old days of one person making all the money and calling all the shots and the other person being in the dark, those days are probably behind us.
Yes, that's very interesting to note, but it requires collaboration, doesn't it? Which is a great opportunity for a relationship to grow also. I liked your suggestion of sort of setting a money date. That makes it sound kind of fun. One of the biggest obstacles, Liz, is just saving for the future. Why is that so difficult for couples?
Yeah, you know, I think when couples look back and they say, why weren't we able to reach this goal, or why didn't things turn out as well as we wanted them to, or as well as they did for so-and-so that appears to be doing so well? A lot of times they look back and they say, well, this came up, this unforeseen circumstance, the economic downturn, or maybe a loss of a job, or maybe a health issue. But the truth is that if you set the course early and you steadily save, you can anticipate and be prepared for those curveballs that life can throw you. And the simplest way to do that is to just keep the daily spending in check. And you know, most couples have a spender and a saver, and this is what leads to a lot of the arguments out there. And our survey showed something interesting. It showed that 2/3 of people think they're the saver. This is just like how everybody's a good driver, right?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we think.
But you know, this is why being in a couple is a good thing, because you balance each other out and you can help each other see blind spots, because the truth is probably somewhere in the middle where two heads are going to be better than one.
Yes, no, that's absolutely true. I think, oh, my husband's more a spender. He would probably consider me one. So you can kind of keep each other in check. Any more tips? This is a great subject on how couples can improve their communication around money.
Yeah, well, 60% of people said they wish they had talked about finances earlier in their relationship. And so I think starting it early will remove some of that baggage. And then it's not going to be quite so scary, because you're not going to have all this anticipation and anxiety about it. So,
great advice.
you know, maybe even just toss it around casually. You know, something comes up, and just, if you want to talk about money more in your relationship, just make a casual comment. You don't have to have a big, you know, heart-to-heart for 3 hours. But talk about it for 2 minutes and see how it goes.
Liz, thank you so much. Appreciate all your information. And for more information, visit the website on your screen. U.S. Bank has been a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend. And Sean, we're going to toss it over to you now.